Welcome to Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration. I'm Jane Manzuras. Well, get ready to put your creative thinking caps on because today we're coming to you from Creativation, the educational convention covering all things craft and hobby. But first, here's what's coming up on the show. We head to a turquoise mine to learn more about this gorgeous gem and why the best turquoise is found in a tiny town in Arizona. Learn the ins and outs of meal planning and how you can save time and money. And a woodworker shows us a great project in this month's Craft Room Crash. All that and more coming up on today's show. Crafting is a popular hobby and some people even turn it into a job. So whether you're into cake decorating, jewelry making, or paper crafting, Creativation is where it all starts. So joining me right now is Mark Hill. He is the president and CEO of the Association for Creative Industries. Mark, what exactly is Creativation?
Creativation is where the creative industry comes together each year, and it's where 2,000 professionals from around the United States and probably from 50 countries around the world, they come each year, and what their role is to educate, entertain, and inspire consumers.
So it's not open to the public. Creativation is sort of where it starts for the vendors. We know that the craft industry is a $36 billion industry.
Quite large, isn't it?
Yeah, why is it it's more popular than ever?
Right, just in the US too.
Yeah.
Recent research that we've done, 62% of all households in the United States now actually have somebody or participating in creative activity in the past 12 months. I think there are a number of different reasons. Number one is it is relaxing, it is inspiring. A lot of people are giving craft activities as gifts. A lot of DIY is very important today. The other big thing is on the millennials, what we're finding is they're realizing the value of being able to connect with their children through creative activities. It gets them away from tablets, away from the screen, and it gives them a moment together, which is priceless.
Education is crucial.
Correct.
Here at Creativation and with AFCI.
We put on seminars which range, the most popular today are social media marketing and basically digital platforms, understanding those and how to take advantage of them in your business. But we have 70 different seminars that range all different types of inventory management, business expertise. We're really trying to encourage new businesses to come to this event, become a startup member, take the education and connect with people.
We're getting things started. The whole show is kicking off, so we've got a lot of hustle and bustle going on behind us. I do know that at this show, you are debuting a lot of new products. So what are some of the trends in crafting for 2018?
Well, weaving, fiber art is coming back. I heard the word macrame again yesterday. DIY continues to evolve. You may have been seen journaling and planners recently.
Sure, yeah.
That's now moving into what we call vision boards, where it's actually physical on the wall, and that's kind of a new move into that particular direction.
And so does paper crafting sort of merge into that world?
Paper crafting seems to be everywhere. I mean, it's involved with mixed media, continues to be very, very strong within paper crafting, involving paper and paints and all different types of found objects. That continues to be very, very strong.
How many exhibitors here today?
300.
300 exhibitors.
300 plus, yes.
Well, I'm going to go talk to them all. Thank you
Good.
so much.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Thank
let's
you.
go explore. I love to scout out flea markets, garage sales, and discount stores like Goodwill for all of my crafting supplies. And recently, Goodwill did a contest to find out how you could give new life to an item from Goodwill. Here's one of the winners.
Hi, I'm Leah Soto-Graham, Marketing Manager at Goodwill Central in Northern Arizona. Goodwill Flip is a DIY contest that we hosted this past fall where we encouraged Goodwill shoppers in our community to come out, shop Goodwill, buy things that might be in need of, refurbishment that could be made into something else and turn them into something amazing. Everyone has their favorite Goodwill store that they shop. It becomes their store. It's such a sense of community. When you go out, you get to know, the teams that are in your store. And this project was really a way for us to, show off those great finds and those great creations from people within our own community. So we highlighted them on our Facebook page. They're on our website. We really got to show what everyone right here in our town and our community was creating.
Hi, my name is Melissa Shoulders and I'm a huge Goodwill shopper. I love shopping at Goodwill. I love it because you never know what you're going to find. It's like a garage sale any time of the day, anywhere you are, you just go into a Goodwill and you can find anything. There's lots of items that are new that maybe somebody decided they didn't want it. They're giving it a new life by donating it to Goodwill. So you just never know who you're going to meet and what you're going to find.
Our goal for Goodwill Flip was to highlight the amazing work that our shoppers do when they find things that are repurposed, refurnished. It's amazing the things that come in. It's amazing what you can find at Goodwill ready to go on any day, and then when you turn it into something new, it's a fantastic thing.
I've been crafting, repurposing, refinishing things since June of this past summer. I started out taking a coffee table and turning it into a dog bed, and then I just went from there. I did end tables, buffets, bookshelves, anything I could get my hands on to paint. I heard about the Goodwill Project in the beginning of November. I was shopping at the store on 35th and Peoria, and when I was checking out, there was a flyer taped to the checkout. And I read the rules and all the specs on the contest, and I thought, I can enter this. This is something I want to do. And so that began my hunt for the perfect piece. The thing that led me to repurpose the piece that I entered in the contest, I collect ironstone, and I knew I wanted something to display the ironstone. I was more looking for bookshelves, but I couldn't find exactly what I wanted. And then I found the top of a curio that had broken glass. It didn't really have a purpose, and I looked at it and it was beautiful. The shape of it was beautiful, and I thought I could make something beautiful out of it.
Shopping Goodwill is always an adventure. We encouraged our community to go out, shop the stores, see what they could find, and see what really inspired them. So to find those pieces that they thought could be made into something new and to give it new life.
What inspires me to decorate my home with Goodwill pieces is I love turning old furniture into something new and repurposing things, making something not so beautiful into something beautiful again. And there's some beautiful things at Goodwill if somebody would be willing to give them a little bit of care and put some time into it.
Here at Creativation, crafting is king. So if you want to get your family started in crafting, start with something simple. So grab a few stamps, get some ink and some white t-shirts, and make your own custom shirts. Be sure to let the ink dry and then wash the shirts on a gentle cycle before you wear your fashion-forward art. Here's what's coming up next. We take a stroll through Creativation to see some of the hot new trends. And we check out a turquoise mine that has the best turquoise in the country. Turquoise is such a versatile gem. That vivid blue color is a great accent to any outfit, dressy or casual. And the best turquoise mine is found in the southwestern desert of Arizona.
There's something about turquoise, it's got a magic to it. According to the Library of Congress, turquoise is the first gemstone ever used by man. Every culture in the world holds it in a very high regard. There's so much variety. When you look at a piece of turquoise, it's the color that grabs you, and that's the one that's calling to you. That's your stone. This is something special, very personal. Every stone is different. We treat each stone like it's the last piece of turquoise left in the world. We're on what they call Turquoise Mountain. So if you start up there on top, you see a fault line. Turquoise is a secondary replacement where the ground cracks, and over billions of years water percolates down and collects all the metals and minerals, copper, aluminum, phosphorus that's in turquoise, and it becomes a liquid solution that solidifies into a stone. That vein of turquoise starts all the way up on top of that mountain. As it goes right down, it'll just continue changing color. The deeper we go, the more compact, the more pure and solid the turquoise is. So here we've got it exposed. Now you can see the material as it exists in the ground. Every day you're mining, it can be a big surprise. All of this type of turquoise is a complete different structure and color than the large vein right here. Every piece of turquoise is different that comes out of here. Every day you don't know what you're going to find. Every day is a new adventure. My grandfather cut his first stone in 1929. He was an inventor, he was a contract miner, mined some of the more famous mines known in the world today. He had all the lapidary patents on the automatic cutting equipment in the 1960s in the United States. He was able to put all these things together and created the business that we have today. And then my father, then myself, and then now with my son Josh and his 4 boys, the passion is even stronger knowing that what I'm doing is going to continue on. The Kingman Turquoise is very special for one main reason. We get every color of green and blue there is. We set the standards for the whole industry. Everybody is trying to reach our level of innovation, new ideas, new product lines. We have the rough material, we have the natural, we have the stabilized, cut stones, everything you need to make your own jewelry. We also have finished jewelry. We are a one-stop shop for turquoise. It's a handcrafted product. We guarantee what we have, we back it up. We are the oldest family in the world that does what we do.
Start the new year off right with new floors. It's a great way to update your home's look, and AAA Flooring can help.
I'm Ken Tran, CEO and the president of the company. Laminate floor is man-made, it's artificial because it's man-made. The surface, it's really tough. What it is a printed picture photograph of a real wood floor. So in our production, we would take photograph rendition of a real product and recreate it in a very, very tough surface so that it's very, very scratch resistant. The density of it's a lot harder than a real wood floor, so it's not going to dent easily. And from doing that, the price point drops significantly. This is our 4 latest creation of laminate floors, Kenwood, Napa, Windsor, and Sonoma. We want to make sure our product is tough. We produce a laminate floor that's commercially rated, huge scratch resistant. In addition to the detail, we want to recreate a real wood floor look and feel. You can see the knots are deeply grained into the product. You can actually feel it. The line of a crack line, if it were real wood, it will run through the board. In addition to recreating the real look, we want to make a product that is so tough. We can scratch. I'm scratching with a metallic key. They're extremely scratch resistant. Our truffles laminate are resealable. Years later, if you really going to wear this out or you want to make it a little bit shinier or change slight color, you didn't have to buy a new product. We could resurface, recoat, and revarnish this product. There's no product on the market today that are recoatable. Only our truffle laminate can have that process done by us. They are so real you couldn't even tell them apart from the real product. Installation of a laminate floor is relatively an easy process and a very clean process. We have a huge selection in terms of color, texture, plank width. We have darker floor, we have more rustic floors. We have some of our new ones are extremely modern, so we have tons of choices. Overall, the benefit of having laminate floor is extremely high durability and it's very affordable.
Creative arts is a global industry generating $36 billion in the U.S. So if you have a skill you'd like to market, you can start selling your products on websites like eBay or Etsy. Coming up next, a cool craft room crash with a woodworker, and our organizing expert offers tips on meal planning. Getting lunch and dinner on the table is a full-time job, But our organizing expert has some tips to make meal prep easier.
Hi, I'm Andrea Brundage with Simple Organized Solutions. Today I'm sharing some tips on meal planning. Oftentimes my clients will ask me, gosh, how do you get it all done? How do you cook for your family and keep up with a busy schedule? Well, the thing is you have to plan ahead and you want to overcook early in the week. So perhaps you want to cook 4 chicken breasts this Sunday instead of 2, and then what you'll do is create meals around those leftovers. You can do the same with vegetables. You can cut them up for snacks. You can actually roast a pan of vegetables that can be used later in the week for lunch, or perhaps as side dishes for another meal. The goal is always to make it as simple as possible. We know it's easy to pull through a drive-through, but we can actually make cooking in our homes simple as well. Shopping is going to require a detailed list, and this is where you're going to do your planning. If you can get your family on board, you're going to want to have them start putting things on here that they'd like to have on the menu next week as well. If you follow these simple planning tips, you will not ever worry and stress over what's for dinner.
This craft room crash is on the cutting edge. I got a chance to hang out with a woodworker, and I didn't even get a splinter. This is Craft Room Crash, and I'm outside DIYer Eric Morris's house. Now, he's a woodworker who says he could spend a lifetime doing it and still have a lot to learn. So let's go crash his craft room and find out what Eric is working on today.
Hi, Jane.
Hey, Eric!
Nice to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you. Where's the craft room?
It's around back. Let's go make some sawdust.
Let's do it, yeah. Oh my God. This is all your shop?
Yeah, I'm a woodworker. I make furniture mostly, working towards fine furniture. Do some restoration on some older equipment, vintage equipment.
Wait. What is this?
That's a joiner. We're going to use that today. And woodworking is this enormous breadth of disciplines.
Let's go look at the Oliver bandsaw.
Yeah.
What's an Oliver bandsaw?
It's just a place where I find some of my personal relevance.
Well, Eric, the craft room, or the wood shop in this case, is overwhelming. So what are we making today?
We're going to make an end grain cutting board. There's your end grain, the end of the board.
Oh, so this right here.
That's the end grain. That's going to end up pointing this way. That board we're starting with is raw wood, but before we can do anything with it, we have to dimension it.
So is there math involved?
Yeah, there's a little bit, just a touch.
I never paid attention.
It means we have to make all the sides perfectly flat and perfectly square with each other.
I can't hear a thing you're saying, but let's get started.
All right.
Should we clock in?
We better clock in. Let's do it. Okay, this is a joiner. It's going to flatten one face, make it dead flat and smooth, and exactly 90 degrees square to this face.
That's nice.
Then we can begin slicing it into strips of the specific length and width that we want. So we slice those guys all up, and then we glue them right back together.
So each one of these are these individual boards?
Yeah, those are those individual boards. Then we take that piece and we cross-cut it, glue them all back together, and we have a cutting board. We're going to finish it with mineral oil.
Yep, just dip it in here?
Yeah, kind of get just the end a little bit wet down there.
Okay, then does this dry?
It does. Now we're going to wipe it off.
That's it? It doesn't need to sit on any longer?
That's enough.
Thank you so much for having us in your craft room.
Well, thank you for coming. I really enjoyed having you.
Thanks so much to Eric. Now we all know how to make an end grain butcher block, and that's what Eric is doing in his craft room. What are you doing in your craft room? I'll see you next time. Stick around, we've got more to come from Creativation. We'll take a look at some of the exciting products here at the show.
Tom Schaub. I'm with DecoArt. I'm the VP of Marketing and Product Development. At DecoArt, we manufacture acrylic paints for the arts and crafts, DIY, and fine art fields. One of the big trends that we're seeing with paints is that this pouring technique, and it's a really neat trend because any level artist can do it, even the beginner. Basically, you're putting colors together and then you're pouring it directly onto a canvas, and the results are spectacular. You get some really neat marbled effects. It's amazing what you'll end up with. There's no right or wrongs. Just get in there and do it.
My name is Leah Griffith, and I'm the creative director and founder of leahgriffith.com. I became known for very quickly in the blogosphere were my paper flowers. So we have this beautiful line of 3 different weights, different textures of crepe paper, and we have everything to go with it, where the templates, the tutorials, the videos, very easy, very friendly, you can make something beautiful in 5 minutes and say, wow, okay, this is easy, this is good, and it's addictive.
I'm Julie Faye Van Balzer, and I'm an ambassador for the Brothers Scan and Cut. The Scan and Cut is one of the most amazing things you've ever seen. It's an electronic cutter that has a built-in scanner, but it also embosses, it also draws. It's the kind of machine that means that you don't have to do any of the work, you just get to do the creative thinking. Crafters love it for cutting paper, for cutting your own stencils. I love it for cutting my own stamps. It's one of those machines that when you have it in your house, everybody's gonna wanna play.
Thank you so much to everyone at Creativation for having us here today. If you'd like more information on this annual event, just head to their website. All right, before we go, here's a simple craft idea that anyone can do. All you need is a frame, mat, paint chip samples in the same color palette, and double-sided tape. Arrange the paint samples on the mat, arrange them so you can't see the color names, and stick them on using tape. Make any shape you want, put the frame together, and you're done. You have a beautiful, colorful, and practically free piece of artwork. I'm Jane Manzuras, and I'll see you next time on Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration, where we help you create your most inspired life.